day that I love you. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too and tell you. Baby, every single time you say, would you like to spend the day? I'll say okay. Maybe we'll fall in love like yesterday. Can't wait till I see you again. Oh, if I may. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too and tell you every day that I love you. Lady, I'm just so in love with you. Ever since we met on that day and you said hey, crazy, you're driving me completely insane. Don't get mad if I'm jealous, okay? I will behave. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too and tell you every day that I love you. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too and tell you. Baby, every single time you say, would you like to spend the day? I'll say okay. Maybe we'll fall in love like yesterday. Can't wait till I see you again. Oh, if I may. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too and tell you every day that I love you. Lady, I'm just so in love with you. Ever since we met on that day and you said hey, crazy, you're driving me completely insane. Don't get mad if I'm jealous, okay? I will behave. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too and tell you every day that I love you. smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too, and tell you. Baby, every single time you say, would you like to spend the day? I'll say okay. Maybe we'll fall in love like yesterday. Can't wait till I see you again. Oh, if I may. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too, and tell you every day that I love you. Lady, I'm just so in love with you. Ever since we met on that day, and you said hey. Crazy, you're driving me completely insane. Don't get mad if I'm jealous, okay? I will behave. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too, and tell you every day that I love you. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too, and tell you. Baby, every single time you say, would you like to spend the day? I'll say okay. Maybe we'll fall in love like yesterday. Can't wait till I see you again. Oh, if I may. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too, and tell you every day that I love you. Lady, I'm just so in love with you. Ever since we met on that day, and you said hey. Crazy, you're driving me completely insane. Don't get mad if I'm jealous, okay? I will behave. Girl, you make me try so hard to get on you. Oh, but I can't complain when you smile. I just wanna be your four-leaf clover too, and tell you every day that I love you. Girl, you make me try so hard.
Hello, lovely people. Welcome to all of you who are joining us from across the world. Welcome to another episode of CountN Live. My name is Mccue. I'm the founder and CEO of CountN. On today's episode, we have Alex Mccue joining us. Alex is originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and is currently based in Boston. His music explores a number of topics, including utopia, apocalypse, and anything in between. He tours frequently between Boston and New York City with his band, The Group Activity. What may surprise you is that Alex was originally a management consultant at Bain & Company and is a graduate of Harvard University before he became a full-time musician. Hosting the show today again will be my colleague Chris Davis, our head of talent operations. If you've ever booked a show with us, you've definitely gotten a phone call, text message, or email from him at some point. Also, for those of you who don't know that much about us, our company CountN, our mission is to help independent businesses create community through live music, and we create equal opportunity for artists through innovation and excellence. If you're looking to book a show or run a music program, please consider visiting us at www.countnapp.com or downloading our app through the Apple App Store. If you want to keep posted and updated about what's going on with our startup as well, please consider liking this Facebook page. Once again, we are raising money for the record company's Boston Music Maker Relief Fund. All contributions from this show will go directly to the fund and to Alex Mccue. Please consider making a contribution directly through our Facebook fundraiser campaign. Also, we'd love to hear more about what you thought about our show. So please consider making a comment below in the comment section telling us about what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and what else you'd like to see on our show. Our team will take a look at that information and include that in our shows to come. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alex Mccue performing his song For Now.
You see me walking down the street, my done-up hair and my dancing feet. You see the fear and you see the lies, see 'em dancing in my eyes. You know it's not the real me, no, it's not the real me for now. You see me in my little square, they box me up and they put me there. You see the fear and you see the lies, see 'em dancing in my eyes. You know it's not the real me, no, it's not the real me for now. Until I become everything they wanted, I'll become everything that's haunting me. You see me when I take my leap, the net appears and it seems to me you see the fear and you see the lies, see 'em fleeting from my eyes. You know that it's the real me, know that it's the real me for now. And I cannot say that I know the truth, but it seems to me that it's long past due. You see the fear and you see the lies, see 'em dancing in our eyes. You know it's not the real us, no, it's not the real us for now. Until we become everything they wanted, we become everything that's haunting me. And until we become everything they wanted, we become everything that's haunting me. Two.
All right, Alex, thank you so much for being on the show. It's good to have you here.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's talk a little bit more about that first song. So that was called For Now. So just give us kind of like a little background to the song, what it's about, and then we can just kind of go from there.
Sure. Yeah. So typically songwriting for me starts with a vocal line and then I put chords to it. That was one of the few where it actually began with that sort of guitar progression and then I put lyrics to it. But it's about expectations and what parts of yourself come from internally as like authentic versus what parts of yourself are more like imposed. And then I think a lot of that, the reason why I chose it for this set is that it connects with, artistic expression and wanting to, so there's the lyric of, you see me when I take my leap, the net appears, and it seems to me that you see the fear, see the lies, seem fleeting from my eyes. And it's about wanting to jump in a little bit more fully with art and then having that lead to more sort of authentic and holistic self-expression.
Awesome. No, I love that. And so for you, that's actually really, really personal because you've recently been making that transition over to doing music. So like how is that for you? How does that feel? Like, what are you up to now? And then like, where are you looking to go with it?
Sure. Yeah. So music has always been a part of my life. Like when I was in preschool, actually, a preschool teacher of mine named Tony Quintana, who was a musician himself, told my mom, like, this kid really likes to sing. And it might have been from a place of like, please have him stop singing in preschool. But I think it was from a place of like, this is something that to cultivate. And so I've been, singing ever since I can remember. And it's always been a part of my life, but not necessarily something that I took seriously or that I felt like I could go into in more depth. So I didn't study that. And then as time has gone on, I've realized that it's something that I need as part of my life in order to feel holistically, expressing myself and sort of happy, basically. And so I am, planning to make that a larger part of what I do. I think the pandemic makes it tricky for a lot of musicians, and that's why we're here today, right? Is to support the people who have made that leap, right? And who are really diving into expressing themselves, which is something that I really admire. And so it's a transition. It's something that I've taken more and more seriously as time has gone on, but I'm still right now working in the nonprofit world and volunteering with a lot of my time as well. And so, striking that balance is always something that I'm trying to do. And that balance is constantly shifting.
Definitely. I mean, I think that's very familiar to a lot of people that are kind of on that cusp of like, do I dive into this full time? I have this job, I'm working that, and trying to find that balance. That's almost the weirdest time when you're in between that thing and trying to balance everything you're doing with work as well as everything with music, because it's so much. It's so much to do.
It is a lot.
So for everyone just tuning in, this is CountN Live. We're doing this series every Friday. We're having CountN artists on, just talking about their thing, playing their original music. And all the proceeds from the show, they're going to go to the record company's Boston Music Makers Relief Fund. We've partnered with them. They're doing amazing things over there. And we're also doing half the money to the artists that we're featuring. So if you have a couple extra dollars, consider donating. This is all going to a great cause.
And I'll be donating my half to the record co as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, so 100% of your donations will go to the record company, and then if you make a donation of $20, then I'll send you a free EP as long as I have a record.
Okay, this is way cooler.
You
I have no idea about this. So you just heard it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go to his next song, and we will be right back after that.
Well, I met you right in the schoolyard. We were teachers and passionate about the same things. Started preaching and smiling at the same jokes. All said in sequence when I asked you on a first date. You said we'll see and then yes. You said we'll see and then yes. Oh, but autumn brings on a new tide, a new vocation for me, the trees in a new light, a new location for you, moved to Oklahoma. Somehow it's not okay studying to be a doctor, so tell me, what does this mean? So tell me, what does this mean? Is it alright if we love at a distance, same love, but it's different? Now come out and visit, be one for a minute. It may not be easy, but babe, please don't leave me or stay. In our evenings, be grateful when dreaming alone. Grateful when dreaming alone. Now I'm with you there in your white coat, in pictures smiling. I met your eccentric family, good vibes compiling. I visit you every month now, just for the weekend. You're gonna become a doctor. You're healing me and it's cool. You're healing me and it's cool. Yeah, it's alright cause we love at a distance, same love, but it's different. Now come out and visit, be one for a minute. It may not be easy, but babe, please don't leave me or stay. In our evenings we grateful when dreaming alone. Grateful when dreaming alone. And there's time to kill and it's killing me before we plant the roots of our family tree. Yeah, there's time to kill and it's killing me before we plant the roots of our family tree. But it's cool. Yeah, I guess that is cool. Yeah, it's alright cause we love at a distance, same love, but it's different. Now come out and visit, be one for a minute. It may not be easy, but babe, please don't leave me or stay. In our evenings be grateful when dreaming alone. Grateful when dreaming alone.
So we're back. That song was called Love at a Distance. Let's talk about that first before we get into some of the stuff having to do with like work-life, music balance. So what is Love at a Distance all about?
Yeah, so I'm recording this from DC, which is where I went. I'm in a long-distance relationship right now, though drove down here to be together during the pandemic, and that's been a huge blessing and something that has helped me sort of get through this. But I actually wrote that song. It was almost a premonition because I wrote it about a friend of mine who was at that time in the long distance relationship. So they were teachers together at a school here in Boston. And then she ended up getting into medical school in Oklahoma. And so the song is a relationship is about their relationship long distance from Boston to Oklahoma, and how they sort of made it work. And I'm happy to share that now they're together, and then he moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And then now they're about to move from Tulsa to Chicago together. So it's a happy ending there. But after writing that song, I got into a long distance relationship. And so it's about how making it work, basically. The desire that when you are no longer together, still wanting to have things.
So
it's
yes,
basically that it's worth it to keep it going.
Has that song changed over time for you? Because I mean, that's kind of crazy that you wrote the song and then you started getting into a long distance. And I think that's the cool thing about songwriting is these songs can shift over time based on your personal experiences. So how's that been for you? Do you view the song in a different way now? Do you relate to it differently?
Yeah, I mean, I still very much view it as the Alex and Ekana story because that's what the verses are. But then the chorus, is it all right if we love at a distance, same love, but it's different. And that definitely has become more personally applicable. And that's in ways too that I definitely did not expect when pulling it together.
That's very cool. So let's get back to a little of what we were talking about. Oh, sorry. Do you have something?
One thing that I'll say is that Pilar will be joining me on the next song.
Oh, amazing.
So look forward to that. But anyway, go ahead.
So with kind of what we were talking about a little bit before, could you just expand on what work you are doing now? Because it's super cool. And I think it's really relevant for the time that people know about this.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm half and half of my sort of professional time right now. I'm working at a nonprofit consulting firm called Bridgespan right now, doing like some talent development stuff. And then I'm actually working the other 50% of my time with an initiative called Unlocked Voices, which is a collaboration of a couple different organizations. So it's the Ending Mass Incarceration, which is a multi-faith-based initiative out of Ebenezer Baptist Church, which is the spiritual home of Martin Luther King. And then Calling All Crows, which is a gender justice nonprofit in the music industry, founded by Chadwick Stokes, the lead singer of Dispatch, and his partner, Sybil Gallagher. And so they are coming together with the idea that there's actually similarities between uniting music communities and uniting faith communities, and sort of mobilizing them for action to end mass incarceration. And so the campaign has pivoted because of the pandemic to be about response to COVID-19 in jails and prisons. The main goals being healthcare behind bars and just getting people the supplies that they need in jail and prison, and then also advocating for a compassionate release, and then keeping that work going beyond the pandemic, because it's not just relevant right now. It's sort of one of the major issues in the United States that affects a lot of people. And so it's really been a joy to work on, because it feels very much like a compassionate orientation, and sort of working on these really heavy issues can help me to stay like grounded and feeling like I'm sort of moving in the right direction a little bit. So the idea there is to craft narratives and share narratives from folks who have been impacted by COVID-19 in jails and prisons, with the idea of spurring people to action, either be it advocacy actions, donations, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
this
people.
It's something I don't think people are talking about enough, is how it's affecting people in prisons, and it's such an overlooked thing. But this is horrible. I mean, you have a place where everyone's packed in together tightly, which is the worst possible case for how this virus spreads. And I think that's really beautiful work that you're doing on that. How can people help that? How can just the average person contribute?
Yeah, great question. So I will post a link in the live stream with some information about the campaign. But I would say if they want to get involved, they can just send me emails and I can stay in touch. We're accepting donations, either in-kind donations of toothbrushes, masks, hand sanitizer, like things like that. And then also cash donations and advocacy actions. And so if people want to stay engaged, I think the best way would just be to sort of give contact information, and then I can reach back out. But then there's also a link in the stream and many things that folks need. So yeah,
That's awesome. We're gonna go to another song by Alex Mccue. This is gonna be a Beatles cover, Yesterday. So I'm excited for that. And again, if you're just tuning in, this is Alex Mccue. He is very kind to come on our show. We've been doing this for the past couple Fridays. We do it from 1 to 3 p.m. Through our Facebook page. And we're in partner with the record company. So all donations that you make to our fundraiser page, they're going to the record company. Alex has actually been incredibly generous in giving his portion as well of the donations to the record company. So it's all going to them. They have an amazing relief fund, Boston Music Makers Relief Fund. And we will be right back with Alex Mccue right after this track.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Thank you.
So we are back with Alex Mccue. That was obviously Beatles cover yesterday. So let's talk a little bit about that. How did you pick that song? What does that mean to you right now?
Yeah, it was a so yeah, yesterday is such a song of like reminiscing, right, of for a time, and I think right now there's, for me personally, you know, many blessings that I had yesterday that I didn't take for granted, like the ability to go outside and you know, a lot of things like that. But I suppose that so there's that sort of painful remembrance element of it, but I also think that there is the possibility that all of those things will return to our lives soon, and that you know, once they do, we can be it's like we're going to be more cognizant, I guess, of those blessings now that once they return back into our lives.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's such a good point, is like, you know, we've never been through anything like this, and there's so many things that maybe we took for granted that coming back is going to be super obvious. Like, it's great to go outside. It's great to go to a restaurant and sit down. So yeah, it's a very apt choice.
Friends and go to music shows and all of those wonderful things. So yeah, so it's, I mean, it's a melancholy song, obviously, but you know, hopefully there's a future gratitude there.
There's a little bit of hope, which is good. Cool. Well, so let's dive into your musical journey. So you talked a little bit about kind of like when you were a kid and singing and all that, but how's your progression as an artist been, and what direction are you going in now?
Yeah, so so vocal, like singing and everything throughout my entire life, and I think I always had the perception that like I was good at singing, and so I didn't need to do anything else, or didn't like want to try anything else, and that was what I did, like how I thought for a long time. When I moved after graduating school, I went to Western Mexico and picked up the guitar there, and so then that helped really a lot to take song ideas that I had and be able to communicate them to other musicians, because then I could write the chords that went with them and then get other folks on board. So then that's what sort of helped, once I came back to Boston, that helped with building the group Activity, which is the band that I've been working with for a while. So, and then, you know, also worked on the keys and piano. Once I learned the chords, able to translate there. I mean, I pretty recently picked it up, like 2017, so not claiming to be an expert there, but little by little working on it, and that's been a blast. And then pretty recently, one of the guitarists from the group Activity, Alex Acchetti, picked up Ableton, which is a digital audio workstation, just like a music program that helps you capture sounds and produce them into songs. And so that's been a really exciting phase of the journey too, because I've been able to, you know, kind of like with the guitar, capturing song ideas and translating them. But with music technology, it's like a little bit easier to also capture the drums and also capture like all of the other pieces of it. And so, so yeah, so I've been working on producing some music, but then just a lot of it has been collaborating with other producers and on the tracks, which has been really fun and sort of a new phase of exploration musically.
Cool. So for those of you just tuning in, we are here with Alex Mccue. He's been very kind to come on the show and share some of his music, share a little bit of information about his experiences in the music industry. We are in partnership with the record company. They have an amazing fund, the Boston Music Makers Relief Fund. All donations through the link that's in the comments will go directly to their fund. Alex has been incredibly generous in offering to donate his half of the proceeds as well to the fund. So everything will be going directly towards there. Follow Alex on social media. His Instagram handle is Mccusic. So that's spelled MCCUSIC. You can find him on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, anywhere that you can stream music. So this is a tune entitled Disguise. We'll be right back with Alex after this.
I spy injustice, a world lacking substance, and people adjusting or fighting or something. And I've lost my way too. I'm not here to save you. I would like to see you and watch your soul peek through your eyes as you smile. Carefully at night, I understand your hesitations, but I'm not those other guys. Your eyes as you smile and dancing candlelight, take the mask from off your face, and I take off my disguise. And I've been told it's here underneath your eye. There's the light of day, you can feel it right. I've been told it's clear underneath the light. Try to find your eyes as you smile. Carefully at night, I understand your hesitations, but I'm not those other guys. Your eyes as you smile and dancing candlelight, take the mask from off your face, and I take off my disguise. And I've been told it's fear on your side, standing in my way, just close your eyes. I've been told it's clear.
All right, so we are back with Alex Mccue. That song was entitled Disguise. So tell us a little bit more about that song.
Yeah, so that was one that Alex Mccue produced, and then we brought Jonte Samuel in, musicians from the group Activity, to add his genius to it. And Jonte, just as a fun aside, is someone who we actually met on the Boston T. And Jonte is around in Boston playing the subways, and he has a board of every national flag, and he can play all their national anthems. And so it's actually a way not only to, for him to make a little money, but also for him to make people feel like welcome. If someone is from Kazakhstan or something like that, and they hear their anthem in the Boston subway, hopefully it's a little bit welcoming for them. So anyway, we brought Jonte on, and that is an upcoming project. So I'm just wrapping up the release of the Phase EP, which is a solo looping EP, and there's videos and everything there. I can post a link in the chat for the live stream. And we have a third video for that coming out, and then we're going to start to release some of this more Ableton produced music, and then also have some collaborations coming up, working with some musicians so Jazz D Ramos, I think, is one there where that's almost definitely going to happen, and then maybe some stuff with Alistair of the Sunset Kings, though we're still sort of in the earlier stages of that. So some exciting collaborations coming up.
Cool. Okay, so the last song that you're going to be playing for us is called Trust the Process. I know you want to talk a little bit about that one. So what's that one all about?
Yeah, so I chose it for this specifically because it's meant to be a note of encouragement to the Boston musicians. I know a lot of folks who are, facing a really tough time right now, and that the song is about, there are ups and downs in all of in this artistic journey, but that you know, if you keep moving forward, then things will work out. And so that's meant to be sort of a note of encouragement to Boston musicians. It's also about not understanding why the world is the way it is, and the darkness there, and through that, still moving forward and still pursuing one's journey to make the world a better place, be that through art, through sort of work, more socially engaged work, etc. And thinking that if you keep moving, the obstacles will dissolve and you will reach that destination eventually.
Cool. I love that. That's very relevant to the times. That's a good pick. So I've got some questions for you, and these are going to be rapid fire questions. So as quick as you can think of an answer, whatever comes to mind.
Whatever comes to mind.
Yep.
All right, I got you.
First question: what is one thing that you couldn't live without?
Couldn't live without coffee.
Coffee? Okay. Cheers to that. What was your favorite TV show growing up?
Probably Dragon Ball Z.
Cool.
I watched Dragon Ball Z and Arthur back to back. 5 and 5:30.
Solid TV time. How about what's your favorite movie right now?
Favorite movie right now is maybe Waking Life. It's kind of an obscure one. It's about like dreams.
Cool.
But I find it to be really interesting.
What was the first R-rated movie you ever saw?
Oh, I remember this one distinctly. It was The Matrix, and I was with my cousin. My cousin was babysitting me, and I remember my parents weren't there, and I was able to watch The Matrix. And I like remember being so like worried about. Anyway, I maybe just threw my cousin under the bus, but it was The Matrix.
You got to make sure cut that part out.
All right.
So if your life was a movie, what would the title be and who would play you?
All right. I think the title would be Alex's Life. And the actors could either be, Jason Momoa from Aquaman, or George Costanza from Seinfeld, or some mix of those two.
Well, yeah, a mashup. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see it.
That'd be a little rough.
Yeah.
Okay, some music questions. So if you could collaborate with any musician, living or dead, who would it be?
I think I would probably collaborate with Frank Ocean. And I just think really respect artistry, and also been listening to Orion's Son out of Philly. Her song Antidote is like amazing. So
awesome. This might be the same answer, but if you could open up for anyone, who would it be?
Yeah, and I feel like Frank Ocean doesn't do that many live shows, so that it might be a short tour, but I would love to open up for Frank. I'd love to open up for Dispatch, for a whole host of musicians, but I'll go with those two for now.
What's your guilty pleasure song? You gotta be honest. You gotta be honest.
Oh man. My guilty pleasure song is probably something by like NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys.
Okay, yeah, there's the honest.
Like Bye 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 or like something like that. I don't know.
That was a staple of our childhood.
That might have been like back in vogue now.
Look them around.
But yeah, probably one of those.
What was your first job?
My first job was camp counselor, summer camp.
What camp was it?
It was just like the summer camp for the school. So I was doing like sports camps in the afternoons, and then in the morning I was doing like improv classes, like improvisation
Cool.
stuff.
So if you weren't a musician, what would you be pursuing?
Right. So definitely like the socially engaged stuff. So interested in furthering those causes. I think the other sort of artistic pursuit would be like comedy stuff. I did comedy a little bit. That's a fun and funny world in itself. So I'd say nonprofit stuff and sort of community-centric work, and then if not that, then maybe comedy.
Nice. Okay, so this is going to be the last question. What advice would you give to up-and-coming musicians? And I'm going to also add, what advice would you give to someone that's transitioning from a different career into music?
The community is there, and it's not something that you need to do by yourself. You collaborating with others, and finding the people who have the same, not just the same musical style, but like the same energy as you and the same vision and everything like that. I think that makes it so much better. And then trust the process, obviously.
I love that. Well, speaking of trust the process, this is going to be Alex Mccue's last song on the show. It is called Trust the Process. We learned a little bit more about that. Alex, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I'm really honored to be here and to be, supporting the Record Co. and other Boston artists and all of their amazing work. So thank you, CountN, for what you do for the music scene, and then the record company for, being such a staple in the Boston music scene.
Awesome. It was a pleasure.
Dreams contained within. And as I take my time walking out a line, I find dreams contained within my mind come to be. Just trust the process, trust the process. Take my time walking out a line, I find dreams contained within my mind come to be. Just trust the process, trust the process. God, what does it mean to you? And is he spiteful, chosen by the other? I apologize, my brother. God, what does it mean to you? And is she loving out there or sinister? I apologize, my sister. God, did we tear it all apart? Keep it locked within our hearts. It makes you wonder what's the key? What's the key? Yeah, what the, oh God, did we tear it all apart? Keep it locked within our hearts. It makes you wonder what's the key. And as I take my time walking out a line, I find dreams contained within my mind come to be. Just trust the process, trust the process. Take my time walking out a line, I find dreams contained within my mind come to be. Just trust the process, trust the process. God, how did it come to this? Why are there people starving, people dying, orange jumpsuits and mothers crying? God, how did it come to this? What is this process that you lead me on? No need to answer, lead me on, oh God. Did we tear it all apart? Keep it locked within our hearts. It makes you wonder what's the key? What's the key? Yeah, wonder, oh God. Did we tear it all apart? Keep it locked within our hearts. It makes you wonder what's the key. As I take my time walking out a line, I find dreams contained within my mind come to be. Just trust the process, trust the process. Come. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to the record company for everything you do in the Boston music scene. Thank you to CountN for having me, to Chris, to everybody who works there. And thank you, lastly, to everyone who joined. Really appreciate it. And we will see you all soon. Stay in touch. A lot of things in the work. So thank you, and talk to you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us and tuning in to this show. What an awesome performance by Alex Mccue and a very insightful interview. We are once again raising money for the record company's Boston Music Maker Relief Fund. All contributions will go directly to the fund and to Alex Mccue. Please consider making a contribution directly through our Facebook campaign. If you also enjoyed this show and would like to give us a review or more feedback as to what you thought about it, please leave a comment below in terms of what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and anything else you'd like to see on the show. Once again, my name is Matt Yuan. I'm the founder and CEO of CountN. Our mission is to help independent businesses build community through live music and to create equal opportunity for artists through innovation and excellence. If you are looking to book a show, or if you're looking to run a music program to help your restaurant, bar, or hotel or venue increase your revenue after this COVID-19 crisis, please consider visiting us at www.countnapp.com to find out more, or you can download our app directly from the Apple App Store. Thank you for tuning into our show today. We hope you enjoyed it. My name is Matt Yuan. Please stay safe, please stay healthy, and I hope to see you again next week.